very different between Pullman and Moscow even, but you know, the nightlife in Pullman is a little bit segregated in that, you know, you've got the hill, and you know, you've got a certain crowd that goes to, you know, those bars up on the hill, and there's no reason in their eyes to ever leave. That's cool. Down here, it's a little bit of a different crowd.
If you're up on College Hill, there's nothing to do downtown. If you're, you know, kind of a local people that never go up on the hill, it's a madhouse up there. Never go there.
A lot of times, just people would be, oh my God, I just graduated. I've lived here for 5 years. I can't believe I never tried any of these bars. Well, way to have foresight, guys. Awesome.
People come to Valhalla for the atmosphere, the cleanliness, the drinks, obviously, the friendship, the interaction, socialization, but we're also known for our wings. Every Wednesday night we have wing night, and it's been going on as long as I can remember. Wings! Everything I've ever heard about when I came to school, it's all my older friends talked about, and I would say if we were to narrow it down to one thing that Valhalla is known for now would be wings. As the wings get hooked up to the background. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
I think what's great about Valhalla is it doesn't have necessarily like a necessary stereotype that comes here. I think that we have so many different types of people who enjoy their time here. You know, they come out throughout the entire day. It's not just at night for wings or for Thursday night DJ or, you know, Friday night, you know, dance floor or anything. We have so many different types who are always in here.
It's nice to hear people come back to visit and they remember whatever unique event that they experienced. I like that you had to physically restrain the woman that was assaulting you. I think it's a very eclectic range of customers here, which is also why I like Valhalla. It makes it unique.
People just like the atmosphere of it. They like being able to be really loud and obnoxious. People love pizza, especially people that are drunk. They really like pizza. In the middle of the day, I think they can expect like a nice family-friendly atmosphere and some comfortable jazzy tunes playing. And late night, I think they just expect to have a really good time and probably feel a little crowded, but probably make some new friends. Quite a few months ago, I was training this guy, and these guys were outside, and this one guy just threw up all over himself. For some reason, the guy who I was training let them use our broom to clean the puke, and I was just like, what are you doing? I think the diving thing is sort of in right now, and what crowds are kind of doing sort of diving.
I think that our bartenders are more experienced and have a little more creativity than some of the other places where all they make is rum and Coke and vodka Red Bull and pour a pitcher of beer. I give them a little leeway to have decisions on what they're going to do. They come up with some pretty crazy stuff. Some stuff I'm thinking nobody's going to buy it. Next thing I know, we sold 20 of them that night. And then, you know, everyone's like, oh man, that drink that Corey made the other night.
There was a bartending competition at Southport. So the winner was supposed to get like, I want to say 20 free drinks, like a continual like in-house tap there. So I knew they didn't have a whiskey drink. They had some that featured like rum, gin, tequila, vodka, etc., but no whiskey. Definitely the most popular spirit in Pullman. So I decided to go with a super light, popular, very cheap whiskey. And American whiskeys are blended, and that means they're usually a lot lighter and sweeter. Some god-awful reason we had an extra button on these handy soda guns. It's a real fresco of all things.
You're always looking for another one to get your soul.
called it a Rebel. You know, southern whiskey feel. Also didn't go like super heavy dark with whiskey. So I texted my friend John, who manages the bar over there, and I was like, hey man, I got my drink. I want in on your competition. He goes, nope. Blacklisted. I want to win. Good. Big Canyon. Kind of looks like the layout of Valhalla, wouldn't you say? Boss owns that too.
And there's nothing wrong with being consistent. And I think that's what brings people in here because, like I said, they know what they're going to get every time they come in.
I think Pullman is massively stereotyped as a huge party town, which, don't get me wrong, it has its nights. But I think that what people don't really notice about Pullman as much is that people are just really friendly here. People interact with each other. You know, it's a huge school, but it's a small town atmosphere.
I don't know. We've never had people drive home drunk. Like, everybody's always really good about calling cabs or calling friends or walking home. And, you know, I've heard before I came up here that, like, was really careful because people were really unsafe and, like, bad things happen.
But the Palouse is the only place I've ever lived that I've seen thunder and lightning and blizzard conditions going on at the exact same time, and I didn't even really know that that was possible. I've heard about it in hurricanes and stuff before, but not just a general storm. So that kind of made me just think of the Palouse as a unique area just with the weird weather we get. And surprisingly enough, in Pullman, there was still people trekking from bar to bar, even in that weather. They didn't really care that much.
That's awesome.
The typical customer here is a person that they're not counting on tomorrow, they're just having fun for tonight. Just tonight. What is it going to be tonight? Stonefields is unique because it's its own thing. We're not trying to be like the bar next to us or down the street. Some people compare it to Seattle. You know, I like to think of it of more of a Vegas situation. We just want to go big. We're always thinking really big and exciting. We used to have this thing called senior golf. Students used to go all over the place and they would go to different houses and stuff like that, and they would drink at different holes. So one time we were like the evening hole. The bar was filled from 12 to 2 o'clock in the morning. We had people sleeping on the couch. Like, we had people just knocked out on the couch and we just threw a slumber party afterwards. How you guys doing? How you doing? Mom's weekend, they go hard. One year we did a pearl party and we gave away pearl necklaces and we were giving away pearl shots. And I ran into this mom that just got divorced. And she said, I am ready to have some fun. And she went crazy in the cage and she left with some guy. And her daughter called the bar and left a message and said, hey, I'm looking for my mom. You guys seen her, and gave a description. That was insane. Tonight is a special night. Tomorrow's gonna be different. So you really need to just accept tonight of being crazy. Expect hundreds of people, not 300. We're talking 700 people. Expect just to go hard, you know, and try to clear your calendar for tomorrow.
Probably the biggest hookah lounge by square footage in Washington State. We opened on March 2nd, Nomad's Hookah Lounge, and I'm the co-owner. My name is Ahmed Vidal. We are a traditional hookah bar in the sense that we offer the most traditional hookahs, but we are non-traditional because we do have a dance floor, and people do get pretty wild.
Yo, give me a funny story, bro. That happened here. A funny ass story. That doesn't get us in trouble.
But like one night it was a girl's birthday that came, and we had her right in the middle of the dance floor, and we just kind of had a chair for her, actually a table, and we had everybody that was there give her a lap dance. But what happened was, at the end, the table couldn't take it anymore, and it actually just fell flat. This is a real story. I'm not making it up. You know who it is. But it actually just broke right in the middle of the floor.
Hey, can we do this all night?
We have ghost stories.
You got ghost stories?
Ghosts turning off the music.
Go up
turning it
there.
back on.
That's like scary stuff. Scary.
Yes.
We're like, we're not gonna go through as a ghost there.
All y'all break dancers out there, come through. We have dance contests, break dancing. Also, I'll have belly dancers on Friday nights. Just a cool atmosphere, you know. It's an alternative for kids that don't want to go to the bars and don't want to go to parties. They can come here and chill out. We have something for everybody.
Bob, who's the owner here, he just told me it's always been a real, family-oriented spot, not so much about getting crazy and being wild and trying to outdo somebody else, but come in, have a beer with your friends, enjoy yourself and have a real nice time. So it's always been that kind of place. All we need is a little change of pace. Interact with people. They want to be like, I met this guy here and he was a great guy. Maybe we'll go hang out this weekend. I met this guy here and he bumped into me. I'm gonna beat his ass or something like that. I met my girlfriend here for a year and a half now, and it was just kind of a fluke thing. We were drinking beer, and I knocked into her, and we just kind of hit it off. And it was that kind of. If I was at Mike's or Mahal or something like that, different environment, different type of crowd. Here it's real, laid back, and we have a ton of games here. And there's always someone playing Jenga. There's always someone getting ice. There's always a Boone's Pass going around, and that's what makes this place real special. Is that kind of thing.
People say that there isn't really a good sense of community in the Pullman nightlife. I think that there really is. They're just not working hard enough.
I think sometimes people think that Pullman is just some little town, but the Palouse is a whole bunch of different people from a bunch of different towns. You got people coming from California to Seattle to Montana, and it's all coming to this one area. You got 20, 25, 30,000 people with different opinions on life, and it's really happening here. So that's what I love. It's just so different. It's just so much fun.